have gathered thoughts from individuals to answer some of the questions concerning present gender issues in our society as of today. In our modern world today, where almost everything happens in fast pace, does anyone still bother to ask if one's gender does matter to the society? Well, let's all watch from these three individuals and their take with these issues.
Well, what are the disadvantages or advantages of my gender to my work? Well, first, advantages. Well, we know that women are actually dominating the corporate world already, and through my work, it's more of a positive way of being a woman because women are more flexible than men. Well, in terms of workload, work job, we are actually more we can multitask more than men, I should say, and plus the consideration that women can give versus a men can give, because women can be as fierce as possible and can be as soft-hearted as a mom compared to men. Well, disadvantages of being a woman to my work, well, I can't think of any, but maybe the on my work or on the nature of my work, the more dominant people or the more dominant bosses are men, because they say that most of the time those men or guys or men can what do you call this, can manage people rather than how women can manage people.
I don't think there's really a disadvantage. Me being a lesbian in this industry. Well, as we all know naman, BPO industry is really like equal to its gender. Um, Kaya nga, I think a lot of third sex, like even straight, diba? Um, they choose, they basically chose, like me included, to be working in this industry. Um, yeah, like so long as you know to speak English, I guess, or multilingual better, diba? But gender, it's never, past more than 7 years of my BPO experience, I've never really had experienced discrimination to, me being part of third sex. So,
Working in an environment which divides diversity does not guarantee advantage or disadvantages. If your institution upholds a certain value like diversity, respect, or equality, you will think that your advantage will depend not on your gender, but with your knowledge, skills, and ability. I did not even think as a team manager that I will have an advantage as male, nor think any disadvantage. The ability to influence your people in a way that they will not think about if you have chromosomes XX or XY is something that will really matter most. Lucky for me that in this industry, gender stereotyping is not an issue at all.
Do you have gender preference in the people I work with? Well, my answer is no. I don't have any gender preference because I believe if a job was provided or is provided to you, well, it has you have different ways on how can you manage your job or how would you do your job. So I mean, it's better for us to be able to work on a complex environment rather than having a gender preference, because that's, I think, is a bias.
okay, work, I don't prefer naman any genders to work with. Like, if it's pure work, okay lang if they're gays, lesbians like me, um, like transgender man yan, straight na lalaki o babae. Um, if it's pure work, then you really need to deal with it. And never had any conflict or any issues working with anyone, even with their ages pa nga. But personally, I mean in personal like life circle out of work, honestly, I prefer to be always around with gays or girls. Don't know why, pero I don't feel comfortable na mas maraming guys on my personal life or lesbians sa katulad. But if it's work, no issues at all. Can work with all genders, no problem.
In my industry, in which the ratio of male to female is insignificant, I don't have much preference when it comes to the gender of the person I work with. As long as this person fits the job, I will not be bothered dealing with him every day.
Have I been stereotyped with anything or regarding work? Well, not really stereotype, but regarding the workload, that's something that they limit because they think if it's if you're a woman or if you're a girl, there are things that you're not comfortable of doing or there are things that you cannot do versus a man can do. Well, I say not because it's just I think different attacks on how are you gonna be doing the workload or doing the job because there are things that women can do as men can do as or what men can do as well like doing household chores or painting a wall or let's say cleaning a car. Those are what they think that a man can do, but that's also some things or that's also things that women can do.
Okay, so have I ever felt stereotyped? Probably at work, never. I mean, yeah, I can't think of any time na I felt stereotyped because of me being a lesbian or woman as a whole, right? Um, well, I guess more into personal, with some group of friends, with people very close to me. Since they definitely know that I'm lesbian, they expected me to act like tougher than a straight woman. Um, yeah, I actually felt that every time na I feel down, na parang people will expect me not to really cry a lot, but I do, right? I actually I even like cry like a river nga, sabi nga nila. Um, Yun, like most of the time, I just feel stereotype if when it comes to emotions. That needs to be tougher daw. Kailangan mas manly kumilos. Pero yun nga, hindi eh. May like a um, lot of my emotions still is because I'm biologically female. Right? And it's something that I can't actually, control. And other than that, like me, there are times na mahinhin din naman ako. Konti. Ano. But yeah, I'm not as tough as what others would actually think that I can just because I am a lesbian. But yeah, yun.
At some point, yes, but I was not bothered at all, knowing that I don't usually pay attention to what the society dictates me.